I think I'm, but I did catch a few reviews about it though.
Yeah. All
What's
right.
up?
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We back. Um, yeah, I
You
saw a couple of those reviews and it's crazy.
just like I said,
Pretty much, yeah.
a lot
The
of stuff
black
that well, I'm gonna see for myself tomorrow. I'm really do it tomorrow, but today was really like a resting day, man. And that's pretty much what that day was. But I'm gonna run up there and check it out tomorrow for sure. But yeah, they were saying the same thing about they were saying the same thing. I saw a few of them, a couple of them said, the action was great, but everything else was mid.
well, okay. Um, the good thing that I did hear about it was that it was directed like all the previous like DC joints. So like
Mhm.
when it comes to like you say, the action and stuff is pretty much on par with what we saw from Shazam, except for
Right.
Black Adam or whatever. So that's cool. I'm still not in love with him changing the character to basically The Rock, but
Yep.
you know, that's just something I at this point the kid what they say the cat is out the bag. You're just gonna have to deal with it at this point because apparently people like him. So like too much to the point
Right.
where that's not gonna change.
Nah, it's just he has.
What I did see, because like I said, I wasn't gonna go see it.
You say you're gonna wait till it comes to HBO Max or something like that.
Yeah, but I did, because I knew somebody was gonna post the like post credit stuff. So I did
No, I
look at
didn't see
that,
that.
but
I'm skipping that. Don't tell me either. I don't want
I
to
ain't
hear.
gonna tell you. But is that's what I was gonna bring to the conversation if you had watched it, but that'll be
Oh,
next
okay.
week.
Right.
So
Yeah.
um I say enjoy it if you can, but I was looking I'll say that maybe we'll get more like reviews and stuff. Maybe the score go up or go down. I don't see how it can go down further than what it
Listen,
is.
just based off the reviews that I did see, I'm ready to thrash Dwayne Johnson and this movie because I didn't had about enough of
Hey,
him.
all I can say is that my like the movie sites that like the IGNs and all of that stuff that I get on my across my feed because I watch what they post. They pretty much all had the idea that I had going into it that Pierce Brosnan was
Hmm.
gonna steal the show as Dr. Fate, and the supporting cast was amazing. And that's basically
Hmm.
what they said. They like the supporting cast carried the movie, and when The Rock was fighting, that's when he was at his best. So take that for what you will. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
wild.
if
That's wild.
if that's the boiling point to the movie, then
And they was being nice, but I'm not gonna be nice.
yeah, they was being super nice, and
Super.
I was hoping for you to at least show them. But yeah, it's cool. I almost saw it though. A lot of stuff
Oh yeah.
happening. Yeah. So just a crazy weekend for me. I had got admitted to the hospital because I went to the doctor starting this whole healthy trip, right? Like, I don't know. And the doctor was like, "Oh, you need to go to the hospital. It's something wrong with your blood count and all this stuff, and you need to get a blood transfusion." I'm like, "Well, I feel fine, right?" So
What?
I know, right? So I'm like, "I feel fine." But anyway, so I go to the hospital. I looked at
Uh-huh.
it as a day off.
Did you get the transfusion?
Yeah, they gave me the blood transfusion, and they was like, "Oh, are you feeling better?" And I was like, "I feel the exact same. Like I don't feel I don't feel no worse. I don't feel no better." And I'm like, "So can I go home?" They like, no, we want to run all these tests, and I'm like, I'm like, bro, I'm fine. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be the responsible one, because this is all my wife's doing. She want me to go get healthy and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll go.
Yeah,
So
for
I'm in
sure.
there. I'm trying my best to be patient, man. So I got this app or whatever that when I get my test results back, like, they give you, like, soon as they find the results, they shoot them to you in a message. So I'm like,
Man.
I'm reading these results and stuff. I don't know what half of it is, but I see some of the stuff where the doctor comments and stuff. Oh, he complained of chest pains and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, I ain't never said nothing like that. I said I was perfectly fine. I'm just in here because my primary doctor that I was establishing, he drew blood and he just wanted to double check and make sure that I was straight. Like,
Right.
he just wanted to make sure that it wasn't nothing wrong with me. Y'all talking, I'm like, so wait a minute, what's this all about? Complaining about chest pain stuff. They giving me the runaround. So come to find out, I went to university on 55th. Come to find out, wife told me, like, yeah, that's a college hospital. Like, they teach students and all that stuff. So when they have you, they try to keep you as long as they can, so they can, have basically live test subjects, so they can,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, really? So, I literally stay in the hospital for all of Friday, all of Saturday, pretty much.
Oh no.
And so I'm,
In the lab rat.
yeah, so they send me to a room because they wanted to, do the stick stuff down my throat, check my intestines and stuff out, make sure my digestive tracking was all right. Because they like, maybe that's the cause of your blood count being low. I'm like, all right. So I get upstairs thinking that they getting ready to run these tests, right? The nurse come in and say, oh yeah, them people don't work on the weekend. They ain't gonna see you till Monday. And I said, so y'all expect me to sleep over here until Monday morning when I could just go home and come back? Discharge me, please.
Yeah.
Like, y'all crazy. So that was my weekend. So I get out the hospital around Saturday night, and I'm like, man, just the best thing I can say is I got an extra day off of work. The worst case was that I missed, because I was supposed to take Trinity to her homecoming thing down in Navy Pier. So I missed that, but obviously I got pictures and stuff like that. So, like, and then whatever. But anyway, I was just like, dang, like, man, the plan was to take her, drop her off, me and Tasha, because I think she said it was like from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. Me and Tasha was gonna shoot to one of them theaters down there and just watch the movie because
Oh
we
yeah.
gonna kill time, right? So that was the plan, but it never came. I was like, that's the only shot it get for me to go watch it.
That's
Is me trying to kill some time until she get done with her homecoming then. So I'm just like, yo, I was too blue. So I was, I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting there trying. The only thing that got me to stay as long as I did was the college football games was on TV. If it wasn't for that, I would have, because like I was just annoyed, and I'm like, y'all lying about the stuff that I'm telling y'all. I've never complained about. I told them, I'm like, I'm only here because I was trying to establish primary care, and my doctor just wanted me to get a hospital's, because the doctor's office versus hospital, obviously they got better equipment and all that stuff. And since the doctor's office was University of Chicago, that's the reason why I went to that. Because I'm like, y'all under the same umbrella and everything. So
right.
y'all should be able to share results and all. I was like, oh man, I ain't doing that. And then it's like, so it gave me a learning lesson. It was like, okay, if y'all have to go to the hospital for anything, go Monday morning or something, because they go, if you go on the weekend, it's like going to jail. They're gonna keep you whole
That's
weekend.
crazy.
Like, and I'm like, and I don't do doctors. I like this is something that I've just started to do. And it's like the more you do, the more you know, the more you learn. Because I did not know this going in. So I was like, so I lost my Saturday. I gained a Friday though. I didn't mind Friday because otherwise I would have been at work. So I just I looked at it as a way to use sick time and still get paid. So
Right.
I didn't trip off of Friday as much as I tripped off Saturday, but I wasn't finna stay till Monday just to have tests come back negative, because that's how all my tests was coming back. So, and like I said, I felt perfectly fine. But anyway, that's my Black Adam stories for the week. So yeah, you didn't see it. I'm not gonna see it. That's my best chance, and it came and went because I had to go to the doctor. And so we'll talk about it next week when you go see it. When you see it, that's it. I'm not too sure you gonna see it.
No,
I'm not gonna bet it, but I'm gonna say
I'm gonna do it. I ain't got nothing else to do. So
I'm just saying. All I'm gonna say is, if between now and the time you go pay for it, if something better comes to pass, I think you're gonna do something. That's just my guess, because that's what I would do if that was the case. But anyway, so we can talk about the Bulls. We can talk about the Bulls. Yeah, it's been rough, man. Unfortunately, I've relied on my phone too much.
Why you say that?
Because I been wanting, like, I downloaded the app and it's supposed to like notify me when the game starts. And I ain't been getting the notification. So I've been missing a lot of my, like, pretty much every game. I was like, oh, they playing? Didn't know that. Like, and they haven't been on national TV, so like because I've been watching basketball, I just ain't know the Bulls was playing until after they play, or like halftime or something. So I'm like, over reliance on my phone to give me the notification that the Bulls is game finna start. So yeah. But from what I did see, it seems like DeMar is picking up where he left off last year, which is good. The bench looks solid. Cody White is looking like somebody they need to re-sign after a couple games, because he's putting the ball in the basket like I've never seen him do.
Yeah, I thought of that. Maybe the first, yeah. But this last game was horrible though.
Yeah, his last game was horrible, but I'm compiling all of them because it's like we just gonna talk about the last game, then.
I mean, they won in two, so the last two games was a loss. The first game was a win.
Yeah.
And the Wizards game was they lost by a point, but then they I think the NBA just issued that DeMar should have been fouled.
Yeah, he got fouled. He definitely, according to that rule, he definitely got fouled, and they did not call it. So
yeah, so and Zach didn't play that game.
Zach didn't play until last night.
So and, a 30-point loss at home
to the Cavs, which I told you I was worried about. I told you I was worried about them Cavs.
I was worried. I was more concerned about them gelling, but I guess they don't need to gel, because when the shots are falling, don't need to gel. But that was a wake up call for sure. Yeah, but then again, the Cleveland shots was falling, the Bulls shots wasn't falling. So I mean, there ain't much you can do except show something on defense, but you giving up that many points.
And that's my issue. Like when it comes down to this team, man, it's like I get it. This that new NBA crap, man. You got to play defense. If you especially if you ain't got that's the thing, man. We got players that ain't consistently scoring. They've done well the first 2 games, but then it's like, what happens when you have a bad game? What you gonna fall back on? You got to fall back on your defense. The defense got
for sure.
And it's like, when it comes to defense, what we learn, if you ever played any sport, defense is a wheel. You have to want to play that. And if y'all out there this 3rd game of the season, like, this ain't even the 2nd week, y'all out here it's the middle of the season.
Their shots wasn't falling, and it seemed like
they just gave up,
demoralized because the shots wasn't falling. I'm like, yeah, that's like. But then again, it's like who on the team is known for the defense. I mean, Caruso can guard everybody. He definitely can't guard Donovan Mitchell.
No. But the thing,
and Vooch is not a defensive ain't a defensive guy, and you got Porzingis over there, so they go no, that was Washington. So, but you got Kevin Love over there, and you guard Mobley too. So I don't know if Mobley is a 3-point scorer. He might be down. He might be a little bit both, but Vooch got to guard those guys, and Vooch ain't a defensive guy. So that might be the Achilles heel this season because
and that's the issue, because to me,
got 3 more games.
That was the Achilles heel last year.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's the Golden State thing. Everybody just want to outscore everybody, but
everybody want to outscore. Yeah,
I'm like, Golden State play defense.
And but I mean, that's not new. That's the name of the game, is to outscore your opponent.
But they think that that's all you have to do is score better than them. And I'm like, Golden State play defense though. Maybe Steph Curry ain't as good, but when it comes to team defending,
team defense,
he knows how to play. He knows how to at least get in the way. Like y'all not even do it. Y'all let people go to the rim. Y'all y'all watch highlights of Golden State. Y'all need to watch them actually play. Like, they play defense. So it's like they make you might score on them, but you work to get them points. People ain't working against the Bulls right now. It's every team is scoring. Did every team score 100 points on them so far?
That's a good question.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, you can't.
Yeah, I think Wizards was 100 to 102. The blowout was the blowout.
Pulling it up on my phone now. Yep. That's preseason. So the Heat
first game was the Heat.
The Heat scored 108. The Wizards scored 102, and then the Cavs dropped 128 on them. So it's like, that's unrealistic to want your team to score in the triple digits every night.
Unless you're talking about hoping that they miss shots, and like, I mean, that's really, to me, that's really like lazy. That's laziness. You're just hoping that they miss shots. How about you force some missed shots? You like aggravate the shot, put your hand in their face. I don't really know.
Right.
But they gotta play Cleveland 3 more times. They gotta play Washington 3 more times. Man.
And this the East. This is what you supposed to. This is who you got to deal with.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still optimistic. I still think they're gonna come out on top. They just need to. I think they fallen in that trap of where they had success last year, so they expect teams to roll over on them almost. And it's like, no, y'all not that. Y'all don't even have. I mean, with all due respect, we got some max players, but we don't have a superstar on our team. I'm not giving Zach LaVine that respect. He's a star, but he's not no superstar. No, people ain't losing sleep because Zach LaVine is coming to town. People not losing sleep because DeMar DeRozan is coming to town. Like, that's a real.
Nobody's losing sleep about nobody. That's probably would have if.
No, I'm just saying that's realistic. They need to understand that. Like, you guys don't have a Kevin Durant on your team where people they playing their whole game plan around stopping a Giannis. Like, y'all don't have it. So y'all need to stop acting like people worried about y'all. Y'all got to go out and prove yourself all over again.
Yep.
Because ain't nobody scared of y'all. Like, ain't nobody scared of y'all. If anything, they saying last year was a fluke.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, especially the way they fell out of contention
and lost in the playoffs.
Fell out the standings. It's like one dude. Well, it was a couple of dudes, but pretty much they don't. Chicago media is like it ain't just one dude. It was. I'm like, yeah, but it was one dude.
Exactly.
So when that one dude fell out, everything just crumbled, and it makes sense. He's a point guard. He's a primary ball handler. He is your quarterback, and now it's like, it's pretty much everything. It looks like it's going through DeMar's hand, and I was okay with that the first year, but I think they need to play inside out. And I think we talked about this last year. Like,
yeah, you got these big skilled big men. You need to use them.
Yeah, and DeMar is from the Kobe Bryant ilk, so he's really like primary ball handler. I guess he want to be the number one option. I guess depending on some games, if they can gel right, is between him and Zach. And they both is like they say they talk about team, but they look like more like of the Kobe Bryant ass, give me the ball and let me just carry it or whatever. And that affects the development of your younger players, a la Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
It's like I hear the people in the media expect him to make this big jump or to step up. But I don't know how y'all expect him to step up when you have 2, 3 ball demanding players. And I don't think there's even room for him to develop in this system. I don't even think it's a system. I don't think
it's not. It's not. It's the only, like you say, the only time it looked like a system is when Lonzo was out there playing with him.
Right. Yeah.
And it's sad to think that it's such a one-person dominant system like that, but it's like, why can't the backup point guard do that? Like, I understand he ain't as good as Lonzo, but as far as passing the ball and stuff, but you should have the know-how. You've been hooping for years at this point to run an offense. Like, I don't get it. And Lonzo he's great, but he ain't that great to where you lose him, it should crumble, or you should change your
I think he is. I think it's
I mean,
I just think it's the
maybe,
era.
maybe.
I think the era that we in is like
maybe
they're not looking at that anymore. That's not sexy anymore. It's more like you got to be like the pass first.
I look at him like a Rondo. Obviously he could score better than Rondo could, but Rondo, that's what Rondo was. He was a point guard that got the offense.
And look at where Rondo's been since he left Boston.
Yeah,
he's been hopping around. It's like if it was me, he would still be a Bull.
I would think
but it's like, but that's not. Yeah, he's not. That's not the sexy look. Like everybody wants to copy and paste what Golden State is doing, but it's like everybody's not Golden State. They lucked up on that and they drafted that, and that's
they developed that. But and like I say, a lot of things that people don't understand that Golden State do is they play defense. In Golden State, the way they play is to get the open man the ball, and that's not the way the Bulls playing. The Bulls is playing hero ball with DeMar now, and then when Zach come back, he gonna want a piece of that pie.
He gonna want a piece of that, yeah.
So it's like when you got two hero ball players on your team, the whole pass into the open man don't really click. Like, so
And the other thing about that is,
here's a question: do they fit the system?
Right.
Or
it is the system.
Or is it the system needs to just change?
I don't know. I'm also thinking like who else can score consistently besides those three? Which makes me understand why DeMar feels like he has to like, and then in some cases maybe DeMar and Zach feel like they got to do what they got to do. But I'm thinking, man, if they can just let Vooch do his thing and they just be patient. But I don't, you can't like every hooper is different, man, and it's starting to show, bro. It's like they might just be this Bulls just might be a sexy regular season team. And then when the playoffs come, they get exposed because
when the defense
these guys never,
they don't have defense to ratchet up with them, and it's
they've never been that far.
Yeah.
DeMar in his career with Toronto, like Toronto won a championship when he left.
Yeah.
So it's like that says a lot about the game. I'm not saying I don't think he's overrated. I think he's exactly where he's supposed to be as far as ratings. But he's never been that. He's never gone that far.
I always thought when it comes to certain players, you like you want them to be, because everyone's looking for that Jordan, that Kobe. And it's like, yeah, and then they set them up. Oh, I idolized them, and I patent my game. I've trained with them, and all that crap that sound good. Like Devin Booker do that stuff,
right?
And it's like,
right.
But we seen what happens when we try that. Like Kobe even showed you to it. Jordan even showed you to it. Like the thing that the not trying to make it a LeBron Jordan thing, but the thing that the LeBron people love to bring up is the fact that Jordan didn't do nothing before Scottie came. And and I think that's a cop-out way of saying that, oh, you mean to tell me, like, you just say Scottie, but he had Phil Jackson involved and like a team involved at that point too. Like they had a game plan instead of just give Mike the ball and spread the floor. Like that's the difference. That's the reason why Kobe was successful. He didn't win another ring without Phil, just like Jordan didn't.
Right.
Like, you have to surround these hero ball guys and get them to play team basketball. And Donovan,
even then before, he didn't.
No, I'm just saying Billy Donovan seems to be okay with them on the offensive end doing that, because this is the start of a whole new season and they back to the same stuff. So
also, Donovan knows about these divas, and it's like he's not finna. I'm pretty sure he's not finna like waste energy trying to give these guys. You can't teach old dog new tricks. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the dog is willing, but I don't know how they are, if they willing to listen. Like, but I don't know.
But that's the whole reason why Lonzo is so interesting, because why would him, he's younger than both Zach and why with him they seem to play like that then? Why it has to be with only him that they play like that? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I
think they see it. They see it and they trust it. I mean, Hooper's like, yeah, I mean, I can roll with you, I'll run with you.
Right.
But maybe they don't see it in Ayo. Maybe they don't see it yet. Maybe he has to develop that, but I don't know. He might develop into a shoot first point guard. Then we got 4 ball handlers, but who's gonna pass the ball?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Dang, I was gonna say something. It's like, oh yeah, so Jordan's like, no, he didn't win anything until Phil and Scottie came. But you realize he made a name for himself before they came.
Exactly.
So you knew eventually what was going to happen.
Right.
And even if the media didn't see it, The guys he was playing against saw it.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, they can say what they want, but
I know, but that's what I said. I wasn't trying to make it about that. But the point I was trying to make is that I get why the DeMars and Zach want to play that way, because you get the glory, I get all of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to realize that you gotta trust your team. Like, we ain't gonna never know what Patrick Williams is if you don't give him the ball and see what he is. Like, he gonna always have that.
I mean, he'll show it in practice or whatever.
He shows it in summer league when those two guys are not on the floor. And that's the issue. It's like, when those two guys are not on the floor, everybody else seems
and
to
it shouldn't be
and it shouldn't be that way.
Exactly. And if when the point guard's in the front, like, he shouldn't have to. Well, nobody should have to demand the ball. If you have a pass first point guard, it's like, okay, just get to your spots. And if you open, I'll give you the ball. In some cases, that point guard will have to talk to a passive guy like Patrick and be like, enforce and give him the ball. Like, while he's stuck hiding in the corner, it's like, no, ain't no hiding. Here, do something with it.
Right.
But you ain't gonna get that with Io. Io's trying to establish himself too.
Exactly.
That takes some sacrifices. Like, yo, I'm sacrificing some shine on me to put some shine on you. Yeah. Because to be honest, we probably need you more than, I ain't gonna say that, because we need a pass first point guard.
We need everybody. It's a 5-man game. Like that. Like, it ain't a one-on. Y'all doing this one-on-one drills, and then when they send a double,
that's why we getting blown out.
When you send a double team, you shooting instead of pass to the open man. Like, and then, like you say, y'all just standing in the corner. Y'all need to do basket cuts, like
move around. Move
without the ball.
Move without the ball. That's how you get your. That's how you get your 12 and 14 points.
Right. The only player that I understand is the big guys, the ones that, all right, after a couple going up and down the court, they want to sit behind the 3-point line just to catch a breather. I get it, Vooch.
Right.
But you other cats, especially you young cats, y'all need to be basket cutting, moving, grooving, all that.
I mean, like, Javon, is it Javon Green?
Yeah, Javon Green.
I mean, he moves well with the ball. He gives energy. Like, he gives energy to where, like, who's that supposed to bring energy? He can give an injury like Dalen Terry's supposed to be bringing energy. And it's like, that should be infectious.
It should.
But
just like Caruso's defense supposed to be infectious. But
I mean, his defense is top notch, but Mitchell is a different tier.
I get it. And the thing with when you do that, when you play 1-on-1 D and you get however many, I don't know how many Mitchell scored, but whatever, he dropped 20, 30, 40, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
The point is that what did his teammates do? So, like, and if his teammates is dropping 20 and 15, and that's the problem. It ain't that Mitchell get his, it's everybody else eating too. And so
Mitchell was getting his. Kevin Love, I forget about Kevin Love. I don't know why, but I think he's chilling. He's not even like, he got his ring, he's chilling, he's in Cleveland or whatever, but he's still a problem. Exactly. That's why I'd be like, nah, Kevin Love is still a problem.
That's why I wanted him, but Cleveland clearly built a team that made it like, oh, why would I leave? Like, and so, but when they had bums out there, I was like, y'all need to go get Kevin Love, because Kevin Love will be that piece, that veteran player, that championship player that's gonna get y'all in line. And look
at it. Mobley is like, and I know it is half his skill, but then I'm pretty sure him being as young as he is a rookie, that mentality is like, he probably wouldn't have had somewhere. But he got a Kevin Love back there. It's like, nah, you ain't hiding. I'm 95% sure you get somebody like a Kevin Love behind you, ain't no hiding. He can
And
see it.
yeah, like all Kevin Love got to do is just show him. You don't even have to show him Cavs tape. He showed him that Minnesota tape. It'd be like, look at me when I was your age.
You don't even got to show no tape because he just bust you up in the practice.
Yeah, bust you up in the practice. You're absolutely right.
Like, Kevin Love is still Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is still Kevin Love.
He's been where they want to go. He's been where some of these Bulls want to go. Like
exactly.
So yeah, he's over there in Cleveland talking, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have that. Who?
It surely is.
We don't have that. Vooch, Orlando, he ain't. I mean, they made it to the playoffs like one season. Zach never been. Dragic drug around in Phoenix for a while and moved around after that.
I mean, we don't really have was on that finals team, I believe, with the Heat, but he wasn't like the centerpiece to that team.
No, he wasn't no centerpiece. So it's like these cats ain't.
Then of course, DeMar is the one that has like real experience on the team outside of Caruso, who won that Mickey Mouse chip with the Lakers. So
right, but that I don't count that. And
don't no respectable analysts count that.
Right. They ain't even talking about the bubble anymore.
Sure don't. So
they ain't talking about the bubble anymore.
Because look at the success of the team that was successful in the bubble since the bubble.
Right.
ain't even made the playoffs.
So nah, they look like they ain't gonna make it this year.
That shows you how that bubble was trash.
The bubble was garbage. Ridiculous.
So, like
the cop out.
Man, like it shouldn't have happened.
Just to give him his whatever fourth ring or something like that. Like I'm like, bro, like that's the NBA. That's not. I don't even count. Like the NBA is the NBA, and then basketball is something totally different. Like you don't even. The game is not the same.
Put that on the shirt.
Yeah, but then I'm not here to like say boycott the NBA. I'm just I internalize it so I don't get frustrated anymore, and we just keep it moving. Because when we talking about the true NBA, it would be blasphemous to not have Dwight Howard in the top 75. If we're talking about like
got out here, bro.
If we really talking about basketball, like Dame Lillard ain't done nothing.
Anthony Davis ain't done nothing.
But that's the NBA though. That's the NBA. And it's like, nah, ain't no way in the world these two names and probably a couple of more. Like Klay Thompson, what has he done on his own?
Klay Thompson wasn't in it though.
He wasn't?
Nah.
Oh, well, respect.
The only other Warrior that was a part of it was Kevin Durant when he was a Warrior. That was
I'm not arguing with Kevin Durant.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing Steph Curry. I'm not arguing Kevin Durant. I'm not even arguing Russell. I'm not arguing Russell Westbrook. I can see him getting in, but
not before Dwight.
Not before
Dwight.
No, not before
you
Dwight.
Make sure Dwight's in there.
Yeah, like, but I don't think that Russell Westbrook took White's. I think Anthony Davis.
Dame and probably the other Anthony. Like, bro, you don't. If we talking basketball, but the NBA politics or the NBA's writers, the PR team or whatever, it's like, bro, that's not even.
It don't even compute. It don't make sense.
It don't make
sense at all. It don't make sense. Dwight Howard carried a franchise, bro,
on his back.
Went to the finals before LeBron did. Like people seem to forget that. Like
they look at this guy now and they think that's what who Dwight was. Like, nah, bro. Dwight Howard was a different animal, man.
Yeah, Dwight Howard was a problem. Matter of fact, and now you got me talking about it. Was Kevin Love on that list?
That's a good question.
Because he should have been on that list before Anthony Davis.
For sure, yeah. Just like Sheesh, bro. It's like you don't what? Anthony Davis wasn't relevant. He was down there
Anthony
doing what he
Davis ain't
could.
played a full NBA season. Like
He ain't done.
he
And then
need
he
to do
hasn't
that
carried a
first.
team.
He need to do that first.
He need to carry a team. Yeah, that he do that first, and then carry a team by yourself. Because he didn't do much until Boogie came.
Man,
Boogie and Rondo.
Boogie and Rondo, yep.
And then they went crazy until Boogie got hurt, and then everything was on AD's shoulder, and we got the results.
Yep.
Oh, a great player, but top 75.
I won't deny Anthony Davis' greatness. Chicago kid. I would never deny that.
Of course he's great.
But
you know what? I can't even say great. I can't say great because he hasn't played the full 82 seasons.
That's true.
Good, above good.
And I know, and I know that the only reason why they won that bubble chip is because the season got canceled halfway through and he got healthy again. That's the only reason why they won it. Because every other season since he been hurt. But we gonna leave that there. Because like I say, I will go on the top. That NBA top 75 is so blasphemous. I hate to channel Stephen A, but that's what it is. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Like we could go in on that.
Was Luka in that top 75? That would have been named. Yeah, Dame ain't top 75.
Dame, I don't even know. Like I said, Dame is probably one of my favorite hoopers in the league.
Great, sure, of course.
I did not understand that at all. I was like,
he's of the Allen Iverson ilk. Like,
yeah,
individually, yeah, but like you can, and he carries a team, but he can only carry it so far.
Yeah.
Like, but Dwight Howard, he carried that.
Yeah.
He carried.
Because I want to say it was somebody else that did make. Was it Vince Carter that it was that didn't make it?
Hey, don't tell me that.
Because I believe that's who it was. Because I know it was either Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady. Now, I understood why T-Mac probably didn't make it because of the injury. But Vince Carter had no excuse to not make that.
I'm still putting Tracy in there.
I know. I still put him in there, too. But if that's the argument you want to make, here's the thing. You can't make that argument about T-Mac, but then have Anthony Davis up in there.
Exactly. Because who did more with the injuries? With the plaguing injuries, who did more? And you need to pause because I need to put this on charge.
All right. We'll be back. All right, we back, y'all. We back now. I like to since we done went down this rabbit hole.
That ain't a rabbit hole.
We finna talk about this because this is ridiculous. I don't know who Walt Bellamy is, but I know who this guy is. And yes, he did not make the NBA top 75 list at all.
That's wild.
He didn't make wow. He did not make it at all. So I don't know who Adrian Dantley is. Paul Gasol is shocking to me as well. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, top 75.
He top 75.
He wasn't in there.
No, he wasn't. Manu
isn't in there.
Manu wasn't in. These are the biggest snubs, by the way. These are the biggest snubs. Grant Hill was not in the top 7 list, bro. That's a problem for me. I thought Vince Carter was a problem for me. I thought Grant Hill is even more. I don't even care about his injuries.
Yeah.
Grant Hill was a problem. That's unacceptable.
Let's keep going through the
Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah.
Him not making that. Jokic.
No, he's too early. He's too soon. Yeah, too soon. He'll get up there. He's definitely going to get up there.
Bob Lanier is somebody that I used to hear my granddaddy talk about. So okay, I know if my granddaddy talked about him, he should have been in. So I'm that's for you, Grandpa. And then of course, Tracy McGrady.
Neither one of them?
Neither one of them, including Grant Hill now, did not make the top 75 team. Chris Mullin.
So if it's injuries is the case, then how was Anthony Davis in there?
I don't know. But they both accredit Hill and McGrady with injuries. So
yeah.
they both
So
Dikembe Mutombo.
He never carried a team. He was great defensively.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really feel no way about him. So let's shoot
top
over
3 snubs is. Oh yeah, come on.
Crazy. So here's the list, and
they put Ray Allen in there.
Yeah,
top 75.
Top 75. Yes, Giannis is top 75. I still think Giannis is.
I see 3 issues right. I see 3 issues right now. Ray Allen, Giannis, and Carmelo. How them 3 before Vince, Tracy, and Grant Hill?
Yep. I don't know who a Dave Bing is.
Anthony Davis. That's offensive, bro. I don't know these OGs. Yeah, I can't talk about people I wasn't around when I saw them.
Right. I can't talk about them. I only could talk about them if I heard my granddaddy talk about them.
Yeah, I wouldn't put. I don't know if I'll put James Harden. I don't know if I'll put James Harden. If those three are not in there, if those 3 aren't in there, I got an issue. Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard. These are bold statements. You saying?
But this is my issue. Kawhi, I think, should be in there. But he has the same injury problems as Grant Hill, T-Mac.
Why should he be on the list of top 75?
I personally think he's better than LeBron James. That's why. And if you don't have, you should have Kawhi on here. But my issue with Kawhi being on here is that the same reason why Grant Hill and T-Mac ain't on here is the same reason why Kawhi shouldn't be on here. All 3 of them are injury prone.
That's wild, bro. I don't see Kevin Love. I do not see Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is not on this list.
Paul Pierce, I'm not putting Paul Pierce in top 75.
He's not top 75.
No, he's not top 75.
He's a Celtic great, but that's the extent of
that. That's it. And I don't know how great he is if he was irrelevant until KG and them came.
And they put James Worthy. They got 76. So yeah, I don't get that. Dwayne Wade made the list, which is
I don't know about that. I'm thinking like, so can James Harden beat Tracy McGrady 1-on-1? No. Can James Harden beat Vince Carter 1-on-1? No. Can James Harden beat a healthy Grant Hill 1-on-1? No. James Harden is off the list. Can Giannis beat a Tracy McGrady 1-on-1? That'll be an interesting game because he can't shoot, but
they both can dominate each other. Because T-Mac will definitely have
the game is
speed and shooting over Giannis, whereas Giannis could just bully him.
It's just too early for Giannis. Giannis is going to make it.
Yeah, Giannis falls in line with Jokic.
Can Giannis wait? Yeah, too early. Yeah, for sure, definitely. But can Giannis beat Dwight Howard? Prime Dwight Howard? No. Because Giannis never faced anything like Dwight Howard.
I'll put it to you this, and this is about as respectful as I can say it. If Giannis drives on a young Dwight Howard will put him on his ass.
Exactly.
If Giannis drives on a young Dwight Howard will put him on his ass. That's
accidentally, because Dwight is not that. He's not a dirty player.
He's not a dirty player.
He's defense though. Like
he will knock that ball into the second, third, fourth, fifth row. It'll stand
for sure.
That's what would happen.
For sure.
So now, will Dwight score on him? Probably not. But I can guarantee you, Giannis will have a hard time scoring on Howard. Yes. He will have a hard time scoring on him. I'm talking about that Orlando Magic Howard that people forgot about. That's what that people.
No. The NBA forgot about, but basketball, nah. Basketball will never forget Dwight Howard.
So Kevin Love, Dwight Howard, Vince Carter, Tracy. Kevin Love is not on that list.
Did they forget about Minnesota Kevin Love?
Yeah, they forgot about it. LeBron ruins
Steve Nash. Steve Nash is not a top 75.
Bro, here, you know what my issue is? And I'm gonna say this as respectfully as I can, but I feel kind of a way about Bosh because people forgot about that Toronto Bosh.
Yes, yeah.
If you put Wade in there, I don't see how you
Right.
did put Bosh in there.
Yeah,
because Bosh was.
I don't know about 75 for Bosh.
I don't know about 75 for Bosh, but I could put him in there before I put Wade in there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you gonna put, and they were teammates, so but because his numbers and stuff diminished because he was on Miami, that's the reason why Wade got put in. And it's like that ain't got nothing to do with. To me, numbers ain't got nothing to do with top 75.
It should be like all basketball.
The top 75 hoopers. That's what it is. It's not the who got better numbers. It's the top 75. So that's why that's why injuries shouldn't matter. And it's like they picked and choose when it should.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Be consistent.
It's very inconsistent.
Because if injuries got Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady off the list, then bro, like you said, he's never played a full season.
He never played a full season.
He should not. That's not top 75.
That's mind-boggling. And Chris Bosh played until he just couldn't play anymore. That's different.
He stopped playing because of the blood clots.
That's what I'm saying. He always was playing. He stopped because he just couldn't play anymore because of his condition. It wasn't because he wasn't good anymore.
I don't know. I don't know about Ray Allen either. Especially because Ray Allen comes from that same era that Tracy and Vince came from. So it's pretty much what this era is. Everybody that played with LeBron gets in the top 75 because quote unquote LeBron makes everybody better. Right?
No.
What you mean?
That's one way of looking at it. I look at it from this perspective. They trying to put more LeBron opponents in so it can make him look better. Look at all the top 75 players LeBron had to play against. That's going to be the argument. Look how many top 75 players LeBron had to play against. When the conversation should be, look how many top 75 players LeBron played with.
That shouldn't be a conversation. That shouldn't be a part of any type of list unless it's called the top players that LeBron had to face. But when you say top 75, that's something you talking about. You made a blank statement. Like these are the top 75 players in the league, period. And you skip 2, 3, possibly 4.
I'm sorry.
Anthony
I honestly feel like I understand why Tony Parker wasn't in it, but Ginobili should have been in it. Like if you was gonna put some, like I would have put Ginobili in before Dame Lillard. Like that's just me personally.
Dame Lillard name is not even. I'm not even top 75. No. I would probably put Brandon Roy if it got to be a trailblazer. I'm gonna put Brandon Roy before Dame.
Now
what did Brandon Roy do that Dame? What did Brandon Roy didn't do that Dame did? With game-winning shots, Brandon Roy did that.
Yep.
Carried the Portland Trailblazers, Brandon Roy did that.
And since injuries don't matter, since you got Anthony Davis and Kawhi.
And then Dame had CJ McCollum.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Roy just had Brandon Roy.
That was it. He had other he had what
Odin didn't make it. He didn't even make it. He didn't last long. Period. So you can't say Greg Oden because he didn't last long. He probably was, if he lasted, he probably was gonna be top 75 because when he played the ball, he gave us everything that we can handle, and we couldn't handle him.
Exactly.
But like, if that's the case, we should put Brandon Roy in there before Dame.
Exactly.
And I don't think one-on-one, I don't think Dame can see Brandon Roy.
What about White Chocolate?
Chris Webber, what are we doing?
I mean, if I wanted to be,
if we put
go there with you, I could even make an argument for Darren Williams. I could make an argument for Darren Williams.
If we're not talking about injuries.
Because after John Stockton, Darren Williams held Utah.
Next year, yes.
Like, they were relevant because of him.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of Boozer. It was because of him.
Yep.
I mean, hey, and like, hello, DeMarcus Cousins. Sacramento was only relevant because of him.
For a good while.
I mean,
wow.
I can nitpick that list all the way down to its core.
That's a wild list, bro.
You just can't have these cats that's been hurt.
That's a wild list, bro.
You Kawhi, you can't have these.
Wait. So no Baron Davis?
No Baron Davis.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, Tony. Wait. No Baron Davis.
No Baron Davis. They didn't even put Chris Mullin in there, and Chris Mullin was the greatest Warrior before any of them.
Yeah, run TMC. So no Tim Hardaway, no Chris Mullin. It was Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, and who was that?
What was his name? Something Chandler, I think. Was it Chandler? Or Christian Laettner or something? I don't know. No, Christian Laettner wasn't on the Warriors.
Mitch Richmond.
Yeah.
Right. Wait. They didn't put Baron Davis? Because yes, injuries was a factor, but when he played, he was like one of the Baron Davis? Y'all know this nigga. Y'all know his name.
I mean, I could even ban Stephon Marbury.
Top 75?
I mean,
Stevie Francis?
Francis? Man.
No.
No,
not even Steve Nash.
Steve Nash was on it.
He's the top 75?
Yeah, Steve Nash was in it.
Okay. But Baron Davis, that's another offense.
Yeah.
That's another offense. We talking about the Hornets. We talking about the Warriors. Warriors.
I'm thinking of some dogs that like, because
Steven Jackson.
If you want
Jackson.
I'm not even talking about
that's the dog of dogs. He's the dog of dogs.
If you want to go the Mutombo route and say that he got snubbed, why you ain't saying that cats like Charles Oakley ain't get snubbed? Because Charles Oakley definitely.
Well, I don't think.
But I'm just saying, like, I would rather have him
on the defensive end. On the defensive end, the big man that got snubbed was Dwight Howard. I don't. Charles Oakley
yeah, of course.
He had fun.
We beyond that. Dwight Howard needed to be in there regardless of anybody else we talk about. Because I will take Dwight Howard over everybody else I mentioned, except for maybe Grant Hill. That's the only other person I probably wouldn't take over Dwight Howard is Grant Hill. But everybody else, yeah, even
is Penny in there? Penny was in there.
Penny Hardaway?
Yeah.
No, he's not in there.
Because of injuries, right? Because of injuries, of course. Yeah.
No.
So you think Anthony Davis could beat Penny Hardaway? So y'all think when we talk about the injury NBA players tournament that Anthony Davis will come out of all of these dudes, right? You think in this tournament of all injured stars that Anthony Davis is gonna top all these guys? That nigga not make it in the first round because to be honest, he's soft.
Yeah. Charmin. Charmin, like Charmin tissue. Yes. Woo. Hey, we can talk about this 75 list every week. Like that's how infuriating it is, man.
And then it's so crazy. And then so crazy.
Oh,
and now look at New Orleans. This thing leave New Orleans
and get replaced by another hurt player in Zion.
But you see him,
yeah.
But they built around him though. So he even if he get injured, he might be injury prone the rest of his career. But that's why I always said that they should build around my boy. They don't even need to build around Zion. If they get Zion to produce well, that's a plus.
Right.
As long as they got Ingram over there and you got McCollum over there.
Bro, all I gotta say is LeBron didn't want him. LeBron didn't want Lonzo.
Right. Let's talk about LeBron as the GM.
Like that Lakers team would have been loaded
if he would have just been patient.
Because he's still losing.
Yeah, this is what he wanted though. This is what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He got rid of Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. I think Hart, but I think he's over there in Portland.
Kuzma.
Cool. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's exactly what you get.
They were
got rid of Wiggins when you was on your way back home. You mentioned that you was gonna be patient, but then like the next week it's like, nah, bring me Kevin and y'all take Wiggins and Anthony Bennett, which was a bust. So
I mean, I would do that again too if I was him, because the only reason why is because I like Kevin Love more than Wiggins. But outside of that,
Kevin Love definitely deserved the ring. And let's keep it a buck that the person that delivered their rings wasn't Kevin Love or LeBron James. Just like
and Kevin Love would have got his anyway, because if he wasn't going to Cleveland, he was going to Golden State. And if he went to Golden State, could you imagine him? Yeah. You imagine him?
They wouldn't. Yeah. They wouldn't need Kevin. They wouldn't need
Kevin Durant.
No, they wouldn't need Kevin.
So
they definitely need to thank Kyrie for their ring though.
Kyrie is gonna, because of Kyrie antics and stuff, they gonna make him out to look like he was just lucky.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he was lucky to be on that team with them. And when the truth of the matter was that was his team.
But the clutch gene is in the little boy though.
But let me say that
because Kevin got
he got drafted by the Cavaliers. That was his team.
Yeah.
They built that team around Kyrie.
Yeah. Low key.
They know LeBron. You people forget they had LeBron before. They knew he wasn't no closer. They built that team around Kyrie. Like
that's a fact.
I don't get it.
That is a fact, bro. But the league gonna be great when they leave. I know he's trying to stay so that his son can make it, and I'm hoping Bronny becomes something legit, becomes something special, because he's not. I'm gonna ride him till the wheels fall off.
And I feel sorry for him because he gonna get destroyed because don't nobody like his daddy. Now, me personally, I always go after I don't like LeBron personally either, but I always go after his fans before I go after him, because his fans is just ridiculous what they takes. Like they takes don't even make sense.
I hope he develop a shot. I hope he
They said the other boy was the best though.
Because he had the growth spurt.
Yeah,
he taller than Bronny. Hopefully they come in and they can ball. Hopefully, I really wish them the best. But
well, I ain't gonna say I don't know about if LeBron gonna last that long, but
he might not, because it's not looking. It's not looking good for your boy.
But I will. This is a segue, what they call in professional term.
Yeah.
Ice Cube and the Big Three, he's blaming ESPN and the NBA for trying to destroy the Big Three. What's your take
Oh
on
yeah, I
that?
believe that. I believe it. I
Now,
believe.
where's this? I didn't look at the story. I just saw the headline.
Nah, I ain't
I don't
hear
know
it.
where this is coming from. Because from what I thought, the Big Three was still growing, like getting bigger and bigger each year. So what happened? Because I this caught me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I have no idea what he's talking about. I didn't look it up,
Yeah.
but I saw it yesterday, and that's why I brought it up just now since we're talking about the NBA.
Yeah,
I
that's new to me. That's new to me, but I can believe it though. That's too much. That's a black owned. That's a black owned league. And
okay, so we're gonna do something that we
yeah,
ain't never done before on this show, and that's look something up as the show going on because I was very curious about it. Because I was like, man, what happened? Because I thought the Big Three was getting, but he specifically said the NBA and ESPN, and it was about the Big Three. I'm gonna go to the first link. All right, let me share the screen. This is from Vibe.com. I'm assuming this is the Vibe from Vibe magazine. I do not want to see Jack Daniels. Thank you very much. Ice Cube accuses NBA and ESPN of trying to destroy what
an
in the
ad.
world?
That's what that
I
is.
do not want to see these ads. All right. Ice Cube has accused the NBA and ESPN of attempting to destroy the Big Three basketball league, pointing to the two entities' refusal to acknowledge the Big Three's innovations and contributions to the sport. Is that it? Wait, is that it? That can't be it. Okay, here's a tweet. We definitely need everybody's support. The NBA and ESPN are doing everything in their powers to ignore or destroy the Big Three. Oh, so he just made a tweet about it and it just blew up. Okay. All right. This isn't the first instance in which Cube has sent shots at the NBA. In 2020, the former NWA member alleged that the league adopted the Big Three's Elm rule as part of its All-Star game that year. The rule, which was implemented since the Big Three's inaugural season of 2017, stipulates that the game clock is turned off after the first three quarters, with the first team to reach the predetermined scoring. Oh, okay. Okay, so okay, I get it.
Big Al over there. That's crazy.
Man, yeah.
Gilbert over there. Is that Josh Smith over there?
Yep, Josh Smith.
Oh, Greg Oden over there.
Greg Oden, Damon Stoudemire.
Wow. Jason Terry over there. You just talking about veterans.
Lewis over here. Yeah.
That's wild.
Man. A lot of snubs on our 75 list.
That's wild.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It seems to be more so to do about like what he brought to like his
yeah, still in a style, yeah.
Okay, that's something because I definitely I guess you could say that's something easily looked over by fans that ain't paying too close attention.
Yeah, that NBA fans, they're not watching. NBA fans ain't watching the Big Three, but basketball fans are.
Right. Yeah. Like I say, every time I see it on, I watch it. I'm glued to it. I think it's fascinating. The fact that
because you get all these veterans that can still hoop, and you trying to figure out why in the world they're not on somebody's bench.
Yeah,
bringing these new cats up. Okay, all right.
Yep. Like I said, I just need they just need it. And I honestly, if Kobe didn't die, I stayed by it. I think he would have been that big
I would have loved
star.
to see that.
He would have been that big star that would have went and played in the Big Three because that's what they missing. They missing that big, huge star that just just want to keep on hooping. And I honestly thought Kobe would have been the one to do it. But obviously, Kobe won like an Oscar or something. So maybe he had other ventures that probably kept him from doing it. But I just really would have.
Maybe
Kobe would have dominated that league. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know about them trying to. I can see him they not acknowledging the big three, but I don't think that they have the power to destroy the big three, because I think the big three is going to be significant for, like you say, hoopers. Like,
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so, bro. Because
it ain't even a hope at this point.
Man, like, white folks can get evil. White folks are evil. They can.
Well, I guess you're right.
If it becomes a thorn in their eye and not necessarily affecting their numbers, it don't even have to affect their numbers. It's just the fact that it exists can offend and obsess some people sometimes. And it'd be like,
I mean, I don't know. They usually, at least I see it during the summertime. I don't know if they have. Yeah. So I don't. The league ain't
the summer league. The summer league is right there though. So it's like.
I care about summer league.
Listen,
that's the young cats versus established players. I don't care about them. I want to see White Chocolate still.
Right.
I want to see Jeremy Lin still, even though I don't care about him. But you know what I mean? Like, I want to see them cats.
Yeah.
Like, instead of them going boxing and stuff, doing that crazy, let them hoop still.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But
they use ESPN as a you watch it on ESPN, right?
That's where I thought I synced it, but I'm being honest with you.
Like ESPN 2.
I watch it more so on like YouTube and stuff now than I do anything else, because
that's a cool play. That's a better platform.
I don't watch TV like that. So if Ice Cube was smart, I think he would like maybe holler at Amazon or something and see if they can get it streamed.
For sure.
Like that's what I would. And then
I would definitely give them a call. Yep.
You give Prime, y'all get access to the Big Three tournaments or whatever. Like,
there you go.
I just watch it for the hooping. I don't know if it's like I honestly don't know if it's a season, if it's like a tournament. I don't know what. I just see the hoopers and I'm like, oh, it's a game mode. Shoot, I don't even know. Like, I'm terrible because I don't know. So I guess I'm one of those fans that ain't supporting them, but when I see it on, I definitely watch it. Like, and I think that since Amazon really doing this Thursday night football crap, holler at Ice Cube and see if y'all get that Big Three.
That statement is true. It's definitely Thursday night football crap, because the games they be getting on, they be getting is like
it was so crazy is that it's the best, like, as far interaction and like it's the best for watching a football game.
Amazon put their money into it, but those
like
games,
the presentation, but the games have been total trash. Like total trash. It's like I feel bad for them. Like, I'm like, man, y'all need to.
That's not Amazon's fault.
It ain't Amazon.
I'm only speaking of the Bears in Washington. That was. Well, we are in a. I gave up on the Shock the World movement. It's not even Shock the World. It's just this year. It's like, let's see what we got.
Stay healthy. That's what this year is. Stay healthy.
Because we don't have the talent to shock the world, obviously. Because if you're struggling against Washington, we don't have the talent to shock nobody. So now we'll just see. Let's see what we got. And what we put out there that Thursday, boy.
Man, what we put out there. That what you saying?
What we put out there? What Chicago put out there? Man, they was better off buying the college football game.
Better off. They'd have just been better off ordering Amazon than going out playing.
Yeah,
that was.
You ain't nowhere in the world you struggle against a team like that. That's like on paper worse than you. But we found out Thursday, like, nah, Bears was worse than, because
And they still could have won that game. That's
Still
what's
could have won the game. Yeah.
That's probably the craziest part.
Speaking of, so who's winning tomorrow?
Huh. Another segue, boy. We on it with the segues.
Who you got for tomorrow? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be another ugly game. Because Daniel Jones ain't the same Daniel Jones that quote unquote beat Cam Newton in the playoff in the quarterback competition last year. Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. Because last year he's like he just beat Cam Newton. He just beat Cam Newton. He beat Cam Newton in the quarterback race. But now we see, did he really beat Cam Newton, or they favored him over Cam Newton? But anyway, that was last year.
Started on that, man, because Cam Newton basically the new Kaepernick and Tebow.
But he did, but he's done nothing but be himself, and I don't understand why. So it's not narcissism; it's just being confident. And black confidence looks different. I don't understand what the issue because did they say anything about that with Phillip Rivers? Because Phillip Rivers was a confident man.
Nope. And the fact that Trubisky get another chance in Pittsburgh with a black coach, you're gonna call it out with Tomlin, respected black coach, but he don't call Cam Newton.
He don't call Cam Newton.
I don't know, man. Something fishy about that. Dolphins lost both their quarterbacks to head injuries. Y'all don't call Cam Newton?
No, I don't call Cam Newton.
Like I'm over the whole not calling Tebow and Kaepernick thing. That ship sailed. I get it. But y'all don't call Cam Newton?
Don't call Cam Newton.
Y'all rather go with the third string than Cam New England. Y'all had Cam Newton. Y'all rather go with a rookie than Cam Newton. All right.
We won't even let him prove himself that he still got it. But anyway, so we got Bears.
Seahawks, y'all went with somebody that failed before.
Yeah, fell off. Yep. Geno Smith. Yeah.
Y'all went with him and didn't even give Newton a chance, right? Okay.
Nope.
I don't know, man. The Texans, Lovey. You down there with bums.
But football is like the closest thing to slavery plantation because that dang on what's that? The when they bring them out to see them, do some practices, do some sets. They wearing their underwear, shirts off. Like, bro, this is not like a slave sale. But anyway, who you got, man? You keep dodging the question.
We play the Patriots tomorrow.
Yes.
If I'm gonna be honest, I want to say that the Patriots is gonna win
by like a touchdown because
they talent ain't as better than the Bears, but they got a coach that's better than the Bears. So can I see the coach giving them 10 points? Yeah. Blowing us out? Nah. I can't see I can't see the Bears getting blown out. But I definitely see another Thursday night game where the Bears might lead the whole game, and then Belichick come in the last quarter and score 10 points, and then fit 17 points and get a 10-point lead type deal, and that's it.
I see them marching down the field with no problems on it from the defense. It's like, just come on, just come on through, Nah. I think I've given up on this season already, and we ain't even halfway point.
You had hope for the season. You are true.
Yeah, I was in shock the world mode.
You are a true Bears hopeful.
Oh, for sure.
I was a Bears fan this year. I wasn't a hopeful. I thought they were gonna be at least 7-9, 8-8, or
right.
It's extra games, so what is 8-9 and whatever. I thought they was
going 17 games now, so 8-9?
Yeah, and 7-10 type team. I thought it was gonna be some. Now it's like they might be top 3 pick. So either way, I'm with it. I wanted to see what the coaches was gonna do. Better yet, I wanted to see what this offense was gonna do. And that's the thing that's like their identity is running the ball because they don't have talent as receivers. So it's like we really ain't even gonna see what the offense is capable of until they get talent. So it's like it's really no point in judging them until they have talent. So the question, I guess, would be is not whether or not Justin Fields can play, it's whether or not the GM and know what he's doing in the offseason. Because if this is what you walk into a season, you walk into a season with, like I said, I get that you blew it up, but this ain't good, bro. Like you made it hard for yourself, or in a way you kind of made it easier because you can't get much worse. But you made it so hard that if you don't improve drastically next year, you could be fired after 2 years. Because it's like you can't come out and put the same type of offense out next year and expect to keep your job, bro. Like, and I want to support you because I think you did a hell of a job on the defense as far as getting young talent to replace the veterans that you got rid of. Like, because I don't have an issue with
they there. Tevin Jenkins, they there. I don't know who that nigga is.
They don't have no. They have no wide receivers that or a tight end. To be honest, I don't think that Kmet is the answer. But again, Kmet, Mooney, and those weren't his picks.
But Kmet has been rendered to be blocking because he has no line. So it's like you really can't judge Kmet because Kmet is a back he's a defensive offensive line guys because they don't have a line, and there you go. So like you said, you can't really judge this year. You just see what you got. He brought a lot of people in. A lot of these folks ain't measuring up, and we're gonna have a lot of money this offseason. And obviously we're gonna have a high draft pick, and we'll go from there. So the real season starts next year. Because this is their first year as general manager and coach. So it's like, this first year is trash. So
if you get it's only 2 quarterbacks in college that I know, and that's that kid from Ohio State and that kid from Alabama that people talking about as far as Heisman Trophy and as far as quarterback. So if you get a top 2 pick, more than likely you'll have the ability to trade down and accumulate more draft picks because you don't need a quarterback if you still believe in Fields. So
you don't need a quarterback, man. Fields is a guy.
If that's the case, man, trade down, get a couple more first round picks, and then
trade Roquan, not Roquan, trade
Eddie Jackson.
No. Quinn. Trade Robert Quinn.
But you lost that, man. You missed because he ain't doing nothing now.
Exactly.
So you missed on the opportunity to get way more than you could have. Because if he would have, you gambled on him though, so I get it. But if you would have traded him before the season started, you would have got way more for him than you would now. Because he ain't been producing.
Definitely. No.
And it ain't that the defense is trash because the defense is actually good. It's been him being trash. So it's like every other year he's good. So I don't know what his contract is like, but if you keep him if you have to keep him and he on your team next year, if he play good at the beginning of the year, you better trade him.
I've been thinking, I'm trying to figure out why we didn't pay Cordero Patterson. Why we just
that was Ryan Pace. He left before they got fired.
Yeah, I know.
So
he have to ask him. He left the year they was doing something. Well, the year after they was doing something, I'm like, why they didn't pay Cordero? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just
as far as
I got he's still doing it.
Yeah,
he's still doing it.
He was the best thing we had since Hester. So I didn't get it. It's like when you get them type of players, specialty type players, you got to keep them, man. Like I know the asking price might sound a lot, but he affects the game.
Yes.
and you can't. That's something that you just can't find in other players. Like, I don't know, man.
But yeah, I got Patriots winning too, man. I think it's another low scoring game. I'll be surprised if we get blown out. I'll be surprised. But I don't think Patriots is that good either.
I don't think they're that good either.
It's definitely a winnable game. I'm pretty sure the Patriots now are very vulnerable. They are beatable, but I don't think we got the talent to do it. Well, we got the talent, but I don't think we're gonna put it all together.
I put it to you like this:
we run the ball, maybe.
If we win, it's because we done got some interception turnovers, and they just ran the clock out on them. That's how we gonna win. It ain't gonna be because Justin Fields lighting it up because he ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. That's just like Justin Fields might run.
I'm ready to shoot, bro.
He might run the ball.
Yeah,
but he ain't got because he threw a touchdown pass and the guy dropped it. So I ain't look. It ain't gonna be because of him.
He made something out of nothing twice, from what I heard, twice, and they dropped
that whole drive. That whole game-winning drive was on Justin Fields' legs and arm.
Right.
And the guy got to the end zone and dropped the ball twice.
Yeah. So it's like niggas can't losing. I don't understand. I don't think these niggas understand. Like, bro, like your life, your career expectancy in football is short, bro.
Short.
So you got to make the most out of every opportunity, bro. And they already they got rid of the dude that came from Minnesota. So that's a good sign. It's like, okay, yeah. So
after that, you know what? And I didn't even see that. It took one of the guys I was arguing with to mention it to me, and I was like, oh well, that's a plus for management because they should get rid of that rookie that they got on punt return and keep dropping kicks.
No, he's not a punt returner. You know who's the punt returner? From what I heard, that in college was the punt returner in college. It was known, and they drafted him because he was a punt returner. It's Pettis, but they got Pettis as a receiver. Velus Jones should be the receiver, and Pettis should be the return guy. But they switched it up. So I don't know, maybe because Pettis is faster. But according from what I heard, because we had time because they don't play till Monday, so I've been listening to some people. I think Cap mentioned it, or somebody else mentioned that Velus Jones was drafted as a receiver. He's a 25-year-old. He's the older guy. Yeah. But they said Pettis is the return guy from college. He's the return guy.
So why you can't do both? Hester did
because obviously Velus ain't like comfortable with it,
and he ain't doing much on the receiving end either. So it's like, what?
I don't even think they gave him any tries on the receiving end. I think they relegated him to the return. Hopefully they make some changes because he can't be the returner.
He can't. No.
He just showed y'all that like twice.
Yeah.
So let's try Pettis because Pettis can't be the receiver. Exactly. He dropped balls too. So let's switch that around. Let's see if we can get something with Pettis on the return game.
Because at this point, man,
gotta try it.
Gotta do something.
Do something. Or your reputation as well. I'm finna say his reputation on the line, but he's a white coat, so he lose his job, he gonna get another one.
Yeah.
Can't say the same if he was black.
Message.
Yeah. Did you pick up Gotham Knights? You can't pick up nothing because you already got a backlog.
Oh, but I picked it up. And I planned on playing it Saturday, but I was in the hospital. And another good segue, but this one was just because of you. Well, this is what I planned on talking about. The scores is terrible.
I don't care what the scores is.
I know you don't care, but you mean the scores is terrible.
That looks like average to me. Yeah, that looks like average. That might be a good game.
Oh, I know it's a good game. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I just wanted to, give them their fair share.
Yeah. That looks like an average. It looks like it's just fun. Or maybe not. I'm gonna have to play it right now because it could just be fun, and that's okay.
Let me tell you something about me and how I like to play games. Right? I'm the person that don't care about what the score is, because a lot of those greatest games of all times and stuff that we played when we was kids, guess what? People, they didn't have good scores when they first came out. I mean, hell, when you want to talk about superhero movies, they get clowned by real movie goers all the time.
Critics, yeah. So, like, bro, I saw. Wait. Major Payne is a classic. Major Payne is a classic.
Prime example.
Major Payne is a classic, but I don't think they gave him great reviews on that.
They didn't.
I think they trashed that movie.
They did.
Yeah, they gave it a yeah. It was like a freaking. What was it? This Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 29%.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
And I hear it all the times. Well, people like bad stuff. And then it's like, well, then that's just what it is. Like, I don't understand how y'all critiquing something if people like it. That don't make sense to me. Like, but I get people, like, for example, this new Flash movie that's going to come out, I guarantee you is going to get what they call a review bombed, because old dude is still in it because they made the movie with him already.
And it's like too late. What y'all expecting them to do? Y'all expected them to recast the guy and then reshoot the whole movie all in the same year?
Right. Like that's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. So they're gonna get reviewed, but the movie might be fire.
Might be fire. But I hope it's fire.
Next time we see a Flash, it better not be him. But they trying to make it seem like
what they need to do is just release that Batgirl movie.
Man.
Just release it. Put it on like HBO Max or something. Just release it. Because it might garner a cult following.
It might. All I gotta say is we need to holler at the people that's behind the Snyder Cut, because they apparently know how to release movies that wasn't supposed to be released. Yeah. Because I still find that to be, not to get off track, because we was talking about the game, but that Snyder Cut was so good that I don't understand why that didn't get released in the first place. Like, it was so good. It was a bit long.
It was. But I didn't snore. So I didn't fall asleep.
I was glued the hours flew by because I didn't even know it was that long until after the movie was over. And I looked outside and said, oh, wait, I've been in here watching this for a minute. Like, anyway, yes, I had it and I planned on playing it yesterday and I didn't get a chance to, but I'm going to be playing it tonight for sure once I get done with this podcast.
How you going to play that and you get...
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm playing Gotham Knights because I want to play. Those have... It's only one game that's like I look over them type of games, and that's Grand Theft Auto. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto when the new one come out. But ever since Arkham came out, these Arkham, like Batman Arkham, the Marvel Spider-Man, the new Marvel Wolverine, like I'm going to play those games ahead of anything that's in my backlog.
I hope that Wolverine joint gonna be a little bit mature.
I hope. Did you play the X-Men Origins one from back in the day? Oh man, look at a trailer of that. That was some, like, he chopping off heads and arms and stuff. Like, yeah, I hope it's like that. Like, it was dope. It was based on that X-Men Origins movie.
Who's making this Wolverine? Who's the studio?
The same people that made the Spider-Man game.
So who is that? Is that Insomniac?
Insomniac, yeah. I mean, I got faith.
Does Insomnia do blood though?
Have you played Resistance?
Resistance Follow Man?
Yeah.
That's Insomnia?
Yeah, that's Insomnia.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. But that was long. But that was. But wait. That was a long time ago.
It was.
And that was not a. And that was an original IP. Yeah. That's not Marvel. But because you mentioned that, I'm gonna give him a shot at it because Insomnia was good. Insomnia was really good. Yeah. Boy, Resistance was good. Resistance was really good.
Resistance was probably as far as the newest FPS, that was like my favorite one. The fact that they stopped making it is just bonkers to me. But
yeah,
that's Sony's.
I think the last one didn't sell well.
It probably didn't, but that's because of marketing, if anything. Because you got to market your games. I don't know what to tell you. But I wish that's why, in a way, I wish that Microsoft would hurry up and get this purchase of Call of Duty so they'd be forced to make another Resistance. Because it's like, if y'all ain't got to that Call of Duty leg to lean on, Sony, in a few years, y'all going to have to come up with another game to compete with Call of Duty. And I think Resistance would be a nice game to bring back. But
they remember it.
But
that's Army/Alien Invasion.
It was. It's everything. It was every bit of like a Wolfenstein Doom type of game. Like, it was fire.
Like
it was cold
and a mixture of
a little horror in there.
Yes, for sure. And a mix of Mass Effect.
Yeah,
a mix of Mass Effect. Not much as dialogue choices, but I think just the game style was really reminded me of Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
But the horror was in there. It was a good game. That was a good game, dude. I'm glad you played that, and I didn't have to tell you about that one.
Oh yeah. I was on.
That was good.
I played all three.
I don't think I played the last one.
Yeah, I played all three of them. The only one that I didn't like was, and it wasn't because of the game was bad, is because they took away the weapon wheel, and that was on the second one. Like, you was only able to carry 2 weapons through the, like, you have
in 3.
No, the second one. The third one, they brought it back, and the third one was just as good as the first one as far as the mechanics of the game. But the second one, they just dropped the ball with that. I don't know what they was thinking. but
see, now I got to remember, did I play 2? Because I think I played 1 at least.
Well, the first one was the best one. As far as,
don't say that. No.
As far as overall, like, story, like the third one was like a culmination of the story. So
because the first one was he was human, the second one he was turning.
Yeah. And then the third one wasn't even, it was
about him.
It was about him, but you wasn't him in that.
Well, you wasn't him.
Right. So it was like
I might have to run that back, bro. Is that on PlayStation? That's PlayStation 3, but is it because PlayStation 4 is not backwards compatible?
It's not. It might be on that PlayStation Plus.
This is PlayStation. Wait, PlayStation 4 is right. It's not, because that was a different. They was using a different. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
They was using sales something. Yeah. You can't even play it.
I think you like on PlayStation Now or something. Like, I think you could play it.
Yeah, that's streaming. No. Because I tried the streaming service with Borderlands, and it was not. It was not.
I wouldn't recommend it, man. You'd probably be better off finding the PS3 and just grabbing the game if that's the case. But
that's wow. They need to remaster that joint.
They do. They really do. I out of all of the games they've been remastering, they need to remaster that, because that one's trapped on that PS3 for like.
That's crazy.
Like,
that
them joints on the disc and just give it to us, because that was.
You want to wait? You want to remaster? You remastered The Last of Us 1, and you like, I'm trying to figure out like,
man,
that's
you already remade for the PS4. Or I mean, like, you already remade it once so it could be a PlayStation 4 game, and now you remastering it. Like, it's about to be. I'm telling you right now that that's going to be the new Skyrim. Where Skyrim is always getting released on every new. That's going to be the new Skyrim. Every time Sony release something, they're going to remake The Last of Us. I guarantee it.
I don't know. I don't.
It's stupid. That's what it is. Call it like it is. It's stupid. And it's.
Did they forget about Resistance?
I agree with you, but now I'm thinking there's something even more to it. That there's an agenda behind that game.
Are they trying to insult y'all? Because they ain't insulting me. Because no, I'm not. I think they're trying to insult y'all with that. Because
it ain't no y'all. I only got it one time.
No, I think they're trying to insult y'all with that foolishness. Because
I played the second one because I wanted to know the story, and then once I knew the story, I was like, no. I was like, nope. I played through it one time, and that was it. And I played through the first one time, and that was it. Yeah, that was it. I only played it. And let me tell you this, I only played it because I was in love with Uncharted. And I just wanted
Naughty Dog. Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to see them try something different. That was the reason why I played the first one. After I beat
and they did something, and they were successful with that. Exactly. They had something. They had a gold mine. They found a gold mine. Last of Us was great. Then 2 came out.
And the only reason why I played it is because I was like, okay, people hating it for whatever reason. I want to see how the story ends. And that was my only reason for buying it. And after I seen what they did with that story, I was like, it served no purpose. It served no purpose.
My question is to Naughty Dog. So, because I had the Game Informer issue when the first one was coming out, because it was about the clickers. It was about those that certain type of zombie.
That's what it's supposed to have been about.
Right. So you play the first one, and you find Ellie, and Ellie is immune to it, and so now we're trying to get a cure, and Joel decides not to kill Ellie, which I probably would have done the same thing. And then the second one comes out, and so this isn't about the clickers anymore.
Mm-mm.
This is about like young love and vengeance until you get up there, until you get to the end, and you got your chance for vengeance, and you don't even get your vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
So what did we play? What was the first game? What did we play? Because the first game, I thought we was playing the game about zombies.
That's what I thought. But again, there was an agenda behind it. They wanted to push a narrative that got nothing to do with what they marketed the game to be.
Right. And then the politics got so bad.
I can say that with confidence because the characters that they forced into that second game they served no narrative purpose at all outside of having people like that in that game. That was it. And I'm here to tell you, I have nothing against transgenders. I don't have nothing against none of them. They've been
here. They've been here for years.
If you're gonna make a story using them, make it serve a good story purpose, not just to have them in there as token. Like as a person that watched stuff that had token black people in it for years, that's all they just did.
You can tell.
That's all they did. They just had y'all in there for the sake of inclusion, And that's how they worded it. And so y'all could feel better about it. And it's like, but it served no story purpose. And it made the story not
nobody, but like everybody that played 2 was like, no.
Everybody.
When they finished it, they was like, no.
Did nobody
no.
Like nobody.
But then you're gonna give him game of the year.
Of course. Because game of the year, okay. Well, it depends on who you talk to, but
right.
Game of the year is supposed to be for the best game of the year. It's not supposed to be for what the game that people hate is, but my thing was
that was for the weak. That's for the weak minded. That was for the weak minded.
I hate it is not the same reason why they hate it, and the reason why I hate it is because it wasn't a good game. It had an agenda, and that's all it was. It was a political agenda to that game. Whether you guys want to admit that or not, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry because
but it was obvious. It wasn't subtle. It was obvious. So what you mean? Being honest, yeah.
It was
you sacrifice. So now, if you do 3, people are gonna be hesitant because the trailers, the snippets, the little small little thumbnails that we got about 2 made it look like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yep.
Until we got it.
Mm-hmm. And it was good until what happened in there, and then after that, it was all about their agenda. Because, like you said, we thought that it was gonna be a revenge tale, and it ended up being a.
No. I thought it was gonna be a zombie game when I realized it ain't gonna be about zombies.
Yeah.
And then they did what they did. Okay, so it's revenge. And then we get there, and they don't allow me to get my revenge.
Yeah.
So and then you end the game, and she's all alone. So what was this game about, bro?
Again,
that's not game of the year.
It wasn't.
That's not game of the year.
And I know that it was something good that was out there they beat too, and that made me even.
Yeah, game of Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost. I knew it was something. Yeah. I couldn't think of what it was. But I knew it was something. It was Ghost. Okay.
Yeah. We're talking about an original IP, not a sequel.
Fire though, from start to finish. I know you probably ain't finished.
I ain't finished.
Fire.
I know.
It's one of the greatest.
That's why I haven't beat it yet.
It's one of the greatest games of all time. I'm saying that
it's up there. It's up there with God of War.
It's better than God of War.
It's up there. It's right there. It's right there.
It's better.
That boy, is his name Jin? His name is Jin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there goes your new. He's joined the list of Hall of Fame Sony characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw him in there.
Make a mascot game. He should be on the cover.
He should be on the cover.
That's how good he is. Good. Great. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm hesitant. If they do a Last of Us 3, I'm hesitant. Like even with the trailer, I'm not.
That one I could say. I hope they don't. I hope they go back to Uncharted. To be honest, but I'm a little nervous because then they might do that to Uncharted.
Exactly. That's not Naughty Dog just ruin themselves.
Especially if they get away from Nathan Drake, because that's been the rumor. Like they gonna do another Uncharted, but it ain't gonna be around Nathan Drake. It's gonna be a new treasure hunter, and I guarantee you that the new treasure hunter ain't gonna be nothing but
maybe his daughter. If they do his daughter, if they fast forward it and his daughter's of age, then cool. But if you're gonna do it, don't call it Uncharted. Just give it another name.
Yeah, but then if they get a daughter, they got to make an agenda out the daughter, just like they did.
It don't have to be though. She's just a treasure hunter.
That's what I would hope.
Why can't it just be simple as that?
Because they got an agenda. Just like they created one. Now I'm gonna go down because I did not agree with this at all. But they tried to say like they sexualized Lara Croft as Tomb Raider. And I'm gonna be honest. As a kid playing that game, I thought highly of that game like I do Uncharted. Obviously, it don't hold up, like, because it's
Nah.
old. It looks horrible now.
I haven't played the new
I ain't played the
remake.
newest ones either. But they went out of their way in the newest ones to unsexualize her because they felt as though that she had. And I was like, bruh, everything was made out of triangles back then. What you mean she had? Like that? It didn't even make sense.
And there's women who have those size cups.
I didn't get it. And then obviously y'all didn't care because y'all made a movie with Angelina Jolie and her titties was out the whole movie. So it was like, again, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is that if they did that, I honestly don't want them to do one with a woman because all it's gonna be about is how she looks.
That wasn't Naughty Dog. That was Crystal Dynamics.
I know that was, but if they do one with Nathan Drake's daughter, they gonna either super sexualize her or super unsexualize her, and they're gonna do it. They're basically not gonna make a game that they want to make because they're gonna be too worried about what other people gonna say. I just want you to make a good Uncharted game and not worry about if this character gay, straight, whatever. I just want you to make a good game. And then if you want to put love stories in there, that's fine if it makes sense for the game. That's all I'm saying. Don't put stories in there just for the sake of having stories. Make it make sense. Like one of the greatest games of all time. And this is my argument to people that be like, oh, you just saying that because it was a gay story. Mass Effect. You could be gay in that.
Yep.
That's one of the greatest games of all time. Yep. So it had nothing to do with that. It was the fact
did
it.
They had some quote unquote sexualized women in there too.
Exactly.
You didn't even have to go. Matter of fact, there was some over sexualized women in there too, and there was some under sexualized women. It's like that don't matter.
It don't matter if it makes sense and it's good for the story.
And those were choices.
And choice. Thank you. That's all.
They didn't force you down there. You chose that. You could be single. You could flirt with none of them.
Yep.
The story wouldn't change.
Sure wouldn't. So that's my argument to those.
I did though, because ain't nowhere in the world I'm not finna not say something to shorty that with the tight pants on with the English woman. I sure did. Every chance I got. I surely did. Human to human interaction.
Hey, and if you want to go there, we can talk about Far Cry 3 again, because
I sure did. I shot that girl's brother with no hesitation. That brother was in my way. I'm the new love interest. I know he looked. I'm pretty sure they did some freaky stuff when they was young. I'm pretty sure there was some freaky stuff going on in that alley. But I'm here now. I'm here now.
Oh,
she loves me. Don't you see that? Don't you see? Don't y'all see that she loves me? Y'all don't understand me. That's why y'all gotta die. Because she loves me.
Oh, hey, if y'all didn't hear anything he just said, the key word to that was no hesitation. It was
no hesitation.
It was not.
I killed everybody that she wanted me to kill. And there was something in the back of my head like this ain't gonna end well. But I didn't listen to that because what you mean what you mean nothing gonna end well? She loved me. This little brown thing loved this little white boy. No, we going all in.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that day.
And I saw the ending. I didn't like the ending.
I did.
Ask me if what would I do if I restarted that game? Would I go down the same road? Yes, I would.
The exact same way.
I would do the exact same thing.
That's why when it comes down to my third favorite game of all time, I struggle between that and Ghost because I truly love Ghost, but Far Cry, thanks to you, has put as a special place in my heart because I played 3, I played 4, I played 5, I played 6. And I played all 4 of those games and said, man, if I had my choice to do this over again, which I did to see the other side, but I'm like, in a true playthrough, if you give me the chance, I'm doing it the exact same way each and every time I play this game. Like I felt confident, the end gave me the result I wanted. I felt confident in every choice I made. No hesitation. It was like, oh yeah, I know you ain't nothing. I'm killing you if I get the chance. I don't care who it affects. I don't care who I gotta screw over to kill you. You gotta die because you impeding on the result I want. So I need you out the picture.
Yes, sir. I was calculating because
but it ain't nothing like that Far Cry 3 story though. Man,
they haven't come
they
close.
Ain't reached that one yet. Again.
Nah, they haven't come close. No.
You
just gonna have to play Far Cry 3.
They came close with the 5th one, but it wasn't. It wasn't as good to me as 3. But they definitely came close because the 5th one was just something on a whole nother level. It wasn't about love. It was about just
hopes.
Yeah, it was about. It put me in a mindset of this is how I will react if I was growing up during Dr. King time. Like this is the type of stuff I've been on because this is literally what he was going through. Like even though they did not take a racist tone, I took it that way. I'm like, these are nothing but like KKK members that's posing behind whatever Christianity
religious,
but they didn't. It wasn't like because it was obviously like all type of races in the cult, so it wasn't a race thing with it. It's just that's just how I took it. I'm like, man, if I was growing up through civil rights, I'd probably be dead because I'd have been fighting these niggas. I would have been scrapping. Like I don't believe in the Muslim faith, but I definitely would have been fighting alongside them. Because they was the ones that was fighting. That nonviolent stuff, that wouldn't have been me. Y'all wouldn't have been stuff. And
I would have just had my own little section. Like, nah, Jesus here, but I'm putting a hole in your head.
Exactly.
Like, and it's biblical. I show you the scriptures where they be fighting them in the Bible.
Matter of fact, what was his name? What's his name? Preach. I forgot his name. The pastor from the 5th one that had the gun in the Bible.
Oh yeah. What was his name? He was it Preach? Or was he? He had a pastor. You know what? Did they call him Preach?
I think they called him Preach. I'm not sure. Let me look that up but yeah, that's what I would have been on what he was on.
Yeah, because he had like what did Reverend, he was
a pastor. I know that. I know he was a pastor.
Pastor Jerome.
Pastor Jerome, yep.
Yeah.
That man walked around with a bulletproof vest on and a Bible with a gun in it.
Yeah.
I was rocking with him.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, going back to it, I'm going. Yeah, I think that I gotta go with Ghost. Now thinking about it on the fly, I go Ghost 3, Far Cry 4, not 4, but as far as my top, because Ghost, that whole story.
This era of gaming, Ghost has to be. It's number one. Has to be. It's between God of War and Ghost.
The only reason why I'm not giving God of War, and I know this might sound kind of silly, but I can't give them credit for something that is, what's the word I'm looking for? It ain't original. Like they're using mythology to tell the story. So these stories, they being twisted to fit this universe, but you can see the path because you know these people from mythology. So it's like it's easy to tell these stories. The twist of God of War was the whole him having a kid.
Yeah.
So, like, of course, I guess that was original, but but besides that, it's
but, like, I mean, it wasn't original until it wasn't original. I mean, it was original until they just threw Loki on him.
Exactly. And so it's like,
but it was still a good game though. It wasn't better than the fighting mechanics was not better. The fighting mechanics is not original.
I put it to you like this. When it comes to like the entirety of the gameplay mechanics and all that stuff, I heard somebody say that, oh, what if they remade the old God of Wars in a like you talking about remakes, remake the old God of War and make it like how that God of War plays and stuff versus the Devil May Cry type of, I'll be more into that than I would be just enough, because that's how I felt about.
But the thing about the Devil May Cry stuff is it's just overkill.
Exactly, but that's how I felt about God of War, is that I much rather play Devil May Cry than this. That was my because I thought he was that and it was cooler. But if you give me
it was definitely not. It's not cooler than Devil May Cry's fighting game. No, Devil May Cry.
That's what I'm saying. I think that the way you play the new style God of War games is much better than how the old God of War games were. And that's why I was like, that's one way to get, because I only played through the first one. I ain't beat none of the other ones because I wasn't interested in them. But I'm like, if y'all gonna remake something, I would look into that. And if instead of remaking Last of Us every other year. But
that's wild.
Yeah, man. But I just think about, I can't wait till you finish so we can go deep into it, and then I'm gonna Ghost.
Okay.
Like the story, because I'm like, that story was so crazy. Like masterpiece, bro. I'm not rushing you. Enjoy that at your own pace, bro. That game is crazy though. Like it is so good. It's a master. It's literally the word masterpiece. I can't find nothing wrong with that game.
Yeah,
it's so good that when I mess up, I want to start all the way over.
Yeah,
like especially during the times I forgot what it's called, but when you doing the samurai strikes and you like killing them with the one hit.
You gotta tap the right buttons. Yeah.
Like every time I mess up, I'll be like, dang, I want to start all the way over now. Because I'm like, it's so cold. Like
I thought you were talking about the showdowns.
Oh no, not the showdown.
You call somebody out, it's just you and him. And then when you started, they don't do the flinching. But then as you progress, some of the enemies be like flinching. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I be pressing the button to my When they introduce the flinching, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna cut you up real good for making me flinch.
Man, oh my God, that game.
That's the game of the year.
Man,
I'm gonna tweet that just so I remind them. Like,
what's better?
Shout outs to the true game of the year for the year 2020, 2019.
I don't even remember, man. That's game.
That was before the pandemic.
That was like let's call it that, because I can't think. Cause it did come out on PS4, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's another game on PS4, PlayStation.
Horizon, but it ain't nowhere near.
No.
Nowhere near.
No. I like her. I love Horizon. No.
Alloy is good. I mean, Horizon is good. I didn't play 2 yet.
I played a little bit of 2. I gotta finish it, but no. There's no. The thing I like about Horizon is that you can play that however you want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when it comes to just the overall, and even though the story I'm not really into, I ain't even grading it on that. Ghost is just, it's not even close, man. It's not even close. It's and Uncharted, not even close in my opinion. Not even close. Not even close.
Pause this. I gotta use the bathroom.
All right, bro. We taking another break.
Ain't finna miss it. Yeah, so
Yeah. Look, man, I'm patiently waiting for Ghost 2. That's all I can say. Impatiently waiting. Matter of fact, I want that as soon as I want it good. I want it with as much care as the first one had, if not more.
Yeah, plenty of time, dude. You got a lot of stuff to play. You ain't
I know. Of course.
You ain't finna Cyberpunk, which
and
is really good.
I think that got a chance to crack my top. So
it's going to
very much into that.
It's going to when you play it.
Because you talking about being in, like, when I saw that, I instantly thought Mass Effect. So, and when I played the little bit that I played, it gave me Mass Effect vibes as far as like the story and all of that. So, and not Mass Effect, not Fallout. Fallout, yeah, Fallout. Not Far Cry, but Fallout.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I think it's, to me, I fell out with Fallout. Was it Fallout 2? After Fallout 2? Wait, because it's Fallout 4, right?
Yeah, Fallout 4 is the last one. And that's the one that a lot of people, fans of 3 in Vegas, did not like 4. So I'm thinking probably fall in that category.
Fallout 3 after. So I played 3. I mean, I beat 3. I was playing 4, didn't finish it. I'm just not feeling it for some odd reason. Maybe I'm not feeling.
I think he was a prisoner of it, kind of the circumstance I kind of was in with Far Cry, because when I played Far Cry 3, I was lucky to have beat 4 before I played 3, because after playing 3, I was like, 3 is so much better than 4 to me that I probably would have been upset about 4 but I played 4 first. And I haven't played 3 yet. So the things that people that played 3 complain about, I don't know nothing about those complaints.
Yeah, I don't know I don't have nothing to complain about. I just feel like, because that's a lot of game. And I don't know if I got the.
That was mainly the
complaint. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down that road again.
It was just too much
to do. It's a lot.
It was what they call it. I forgot the term they
grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Cyberpunk 2 is a grind, but to me it's like it's more. I guess it's more in my lane. It's like it's more fast paced.
Yeah.
Fallout was real slow paced. I'm like,
yeah. But I really think that Fallout suffered, or at least 4, they suffer from that new game plus not having that. Because if they had that and all your stats and stuff carried over, I think that would have made the game like a lot, because when you was leveled up on that game and you had all your abilities, it got so much better to play. Like the grind was not even a grind. So the key to that game was leveling up quick. Like it's builds like where you
that skill tree is huge. Like,
yeah, you start your character so you can level up quicker, and then after you like max that out, then you start building out your characters, others. And it's like, but once you build your character out, that game become a lot fun, like whole lot funner to play. And that's why I was like that. I understand that, but
Cyberpunk is definitely in that house. Yeah. But to me, I think it's just a better experience. Maybe it's just the environment, just the cyberpunk background, which makes it more interesting. I think I'm more interested in like
the post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, well, because Fallout's post-apocalyptic too. But no, Cyberpunk isn't post-apocalyptic. They just.
No, I'm saying that's better than the post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, for sure. But to me, Cyberpunk is way better. Way better. Still playable. Like, I don't know. This is my third or fourth time playing it again, that's how you. To me, that's when you know it's a good game. The replayability is like.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely
I definitely agree. Like that whole the only games that I've ever done that for was not including Nintendo games because I was raised on that, so that's all I had to play.
I don't even remember games being grindy like that in Nintendo, but I didn't play a lot.
Zelda could be, but it didn't.
Yeah, I never played Zelda.
You didn't have to though. But and then of course, like a lot of people associate like Final Fantasy and stuff with Sony, but they were actual Nintendo games back in the day. So like anyway, I ain't know, but the ones Fallout, Far Cry, Grand Theft Auto, and like in Mortal Kombat. Like because that's like one of the best storytelling in video games I've ever. I don't know if you paid any of the recent. The Mortal Kombat. You? I don't know.
I don't know about best storytelling. The story get a little crazy.
It get well, the last one it definitely get. I'm talking about like whenever they switched over from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4 and they like rebooted the series, but like that's when it was the best. Like that when the Injustice, when they was doing Mortal Kombat then Injustice, that's when they got good storytelling down pat because Injustice story be good just as much as the Mortal Kombat story.
Yeah, for sure.
Now the last Mortal Kombat kind of got crazy, but with the whole time traveling and all that crap, but it was still good.
My favorite was the Revenants when they that was cool. But that wasn't this. That was 10.
Yeah.
That was 10.
But I just was playing that over and over again because I couldn't believe how cold it was. I was like, because it was Mortal Kombat X, so yeah, it was 10. So that was 10, like I kept playing through that.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of with that. I don't know what they did with Takeshi.
Yeah. Takashi or something like that, yeah.
Scorpion's protege, Kenshi's son.
Yeah.
And the gay Kung Lao, June.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Kung? No, not Kung Lao. He was like Kung Jun, right? Isn't it Kung Jun or something?
Yeah, something like that. I'm terrible with remembering the name.
I know if I can. Kong Jin. Yeah, Kong Jin. I'm like, okay, what happened to them two in 11? Because they wasn't in 11.
The whole point of that was, well, I ain't gonna say the whole point, but they was like changing history and stuff. So I don't even know if they exist, like, to be honest with you, because like Cyborg and not Cyborg,
Jax.
No, the Cyrex.
All right,
all of them was supposed to be robots, but then I think like Sub-Zero was the robot one.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then like it was crazy. Like they just were switching stuff up and then they had to go back in time and fix it or whatever. So I was just glued to it because it was like it was giving us all this lore and stuff on these characters that we knew about.
Yeah.
But and then like the movies, like the old movies, kind of touched on them, but didn't really touch on them. And that's what I found fascinating because I was like, I didn't even know I was into these characters like that, but apparently I was because I played that game so much. But but I don't know what happened to the proteges and stuff in the new one. I can only assume that they got replaced because of the time travel element. That's the only thing I could think of. But besides that, like I say, I haven't I haven't played through Ghost again, but the only reason why I haven't played through it is because the new version that had the expansion pack, and I was like, instead of going through the expansion pack, I was like, I gotta play the game again because I gotta relearn how to play it because I ain't played it in so long. So I was like, I'm gonna have to relearn how to play that game because that game wasn't as fun as it is. It was challenging to like, especially the timing and stuff. Like you just can't pick
Timing,
that up.
and then the enemies got difficult as you kept playing. So yeah, you had to.
You have to restart that from the beginning.
It was so cold. It was so because they will whistle before they throw the arrows. So you gotta know, like you gotta hear that whistle and then duck. And it was like, I'm like, yo, this game is crazy, dude. I died a lot, and I ain't had no problem dying.
I didn't either.
But
like I said, I more so was upset when I made a mistake, not when I I got beat. It was when
if I got beat going against the Ronins, because the niggas just cold like that. I'm like, let me get it back. 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 Let me run it back. Let me run it back.
Run that back, yo. Like,
you gotta run that back.
It's like when they switched it up and gave you both styles, like I struggled for a minute. I remember I paused the game and was like, when they like once it opened up and it was like, all right, play how you want to play. I'm like, I don't even know how I want to play. They both cold. They both cold. Like
I went Ghost, dude. I went Ghost.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go Ghost, and if I mess up, then that's when I go Samurai. I go Samurai only if my Ghost mode mess up, because it was that was the only way I could play both, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
like go Ghost, and if I get caught, then be like, all right, Samurai mode. But yeah, I was man. That game was. But yeah, I really don't play that many games. The Batman games I played almost annually around this time, to be honest. I don't know about what it is about Halloween, October. I guess because the Scarecrow and stuff, because it was in the, I just always played. Like I always found myself playing them. I think it got released around this time too, but I'm not sure. But I just always was like, kids back at school and stuff is like the only time I had time to play it and not be bothered. So I'll be like, yeah, I'll just go through Batman one time, whatever. But I always go through that game once a year, and then
once a year.
Yeah, it was that bad. Because it wasn't that hard. And then they had New Game Plus on it too. So I just pick up my save and just play the game over again with all my stuff or whatever. So yeah. And then it was like, until I got the movie, that's when I stopped doing it. When I got that last the Batman, when I got that on DVD, I was just watching that instead of playing the game, because that movie was cold. That movie don't get enough love.
Which one was this?
Huh?
Which one was this?
The Robert Pattinson one.
Oh yeah, they didn't give a love.
That movie don't get enough love. Like now everybody happy that Ben Affleck back and stuff, but I'm like, y'all sleep on that Robert Pattinson joint. That Robert Pattinson joint was a joy. Like y'all need to support that, because we need more of that.
That Robert Pattinson joint was.
I'm sorry,
that Robert Pattinson joint did me in. I'm like, yo, this is excellent. This is excellent.
Like I said, I've never seen a Bruce Wayne and Batman perfect together. Like it's usually one or the other. The Batman
but it's usually depends on the comic book that they're getting that source from. Yeah. Because there is the Playboy Batman, and I think Clooney did that, Val Kilmer did that, Christian Bale didn't necessarily do that because he was focused on Rachel, so he wasn't the playboy. Right. But then you got this other one who was traumatized.
Trauma, which made sense. And that's why it made total sense.
Like, no, it don't look like he's been like, because Christian Bale was trained by Ra's al Ghul. This guy is he's just swinging.
He just
swinging. He's not properly trained in martial arts. He's just swinging, and you can beat him up.
Yep. And he don't know how to use all his gadgets.
He don't know how to use his gadgets because he's just too traumatized, bro. He's trying to make lemonade out of rocks, bro.
Yeah.
And he's cracking. It's like it's not working, but he's still pushing. And it's like you see it. This dude is not all the way together.
He is not okay at all.
He is not. He is angry. He does not like bad people. Period. He don't like bad people. Period, bro. This man is, and I gotta see more of it. I do.
I know they making a second one, and I think they like saying Mr. Freeze is gonna be a part of the second.
Yeah, they trying to. I want to see it. I want to see how that looks.
I want to see it too.
I want to see how that looks.
You know what they gave us? Riddler, a taste of Joker.
Mm-hmm.
With some
I want to see that. I want to see that Joker.
I want to see that Joker. I want to see that Penguin more. That Catwoman was.
Yeah. He was. What's his name? What is his name?
Boy, don't give me
Colin.
Yeah, I know he's supposed to have.
Is it Colin Farrell? That's not Colin Farrell.
No.
Yeah, it is Colin Farrell. It's Colin Farrell. Yep, that was him.
I thought that was one of them Saturday Night Live people named Colin Farrell.
Yeah, that's Will Ferrell.
Oh, okay.
That's why I hesitated to say Colin Farrell. I'm like, that's not Colin. That's Will Ferrell. But yeah, that's Colin Farrell. Yeah, he's supposed to be getting his own show though.
Yeah, on HBO Max. Yeah, so we're gonna get more of him.
That's what's up.
The whole gangster families of Gotham and stuff. Like, it's so good. Great storytelling. Like that.
I want to know who's going to try to tackle the Court of Owls. It might not be this Batman. It might not be Ben Affleck's Batman. I want to see what because from Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. Ben Affleck's Batman.
Batman is
brutal.
Brutal. He dropping people on their heads.
He killing people with no hesitations either.
I want to see that too.
You want to bring up no hesitation again? He killing people, and he
did not hesitate.
He has no death code in him.
Or if it's not if they not dead, they paralyzed from the neck down.
They not doing no more crime after they done.
Nah, bro, I understand why people fear him. That type of Batman. I can see why they fear Chris Roberts Batman too. But just thinking about Batflex, like Joe, I understand why they fear that nigga. Because once he put his hands on you, you're through.
That's why even though I love what they did, I still want to see a Batman with just him in it. Like I want him to get his own.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know.
And then they set it up with him and Deathstroke. That would have been perfect. So hopefully, hey, if The Rock can do anything, bring us that. And then
at least you'll get better. You'll get better acting.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I don't know because Will Smith's Deathstroke, it was just Will Smith.
No, not Will Smith. You
talking about Idris?
I'm talking about the post credit for Batman versus Superman. Deathstroke, not Deadshot. Deathstroke. You don't remember that post credit scene?
I do not remember that post credit scene.
Oh, with Lex Luthor on the boat. You don't remember that?
I do not remember that death credit scene.
Oh my
end credit scene. End credit. Was that Batman?
Yes. when he hired Deathstroke, the villain from the Teen Titans, when he hired him contract to get Batman. That's what he did.
It don't say this says Batman versus Superman don't have one.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I'll let me find it. I will find that for you. I will, because I definitely don't mind watching that again. Nah, bro. Oh, damn.
Hold on, wait. It looks like this is. No, that's not it.
Hold on. What is I'm about to say? What a search bar is. Playing. Here we go. Hold on. I'm about to pull it up. Wait a minute. Can we hit?
Oh, so that's the end of Justice League, fool.
It was Justice League? Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
You got me looking at daggone Batman versus
I thought
Superman.
it was Batman versus Superman. Yes, yeah, it was Pat. Where's
That
my
wasn't
value?
him.
And I forgot the actor name, but
Ah.
he nailed this character, bro. They had the look and everything. I don't got no value. I don't know why. But,
Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they set this up, bro. And I was like, yo, this is gonna be cold. Yeah, this dude here, he had the look and everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, he was. No, that's not him.
Now, did you see the what's your because I don't know if that's the same Deathstroke, but I know they have one playing in that
Teen Titans.
yeah. And
That's what I was trying to say because I saw that, but this one looks more Caucasian. That one looked like he was Hispanic.
oh, okay.
He was
Yeah.
he was a little bit browner. That
Okay.
might have been the same guy though.
Yeah, because that's a series I need to catch up on while I'm talking.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know about this last season though.
yeah,
I definitely wasn't feeling this
I
last one.
I was waiting on the Red Hood season, and then it's like now they passed that, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute, I was waiting. I got like 2 seasons to catch up on that. So yeah, crazy. But anyway, yeah. My bad. It was definitely because I forgot Superman had came back, and that was the whole point. That was the whole point of him doing that because he was like, "Oh, wait a minute," and I think he was like, basically, the plot is that he thought Batman was responsible for it, so he was trying to get Batman out the picture so he can get the rest of them out the picture. Lex Luthor knows that Batman, the Bruce Wayne character is a problem for villains. Like, if because I think this as brutal as he is, I think this the Batman in that the Justice League, the Snyder, whatever you want to call it, is the most dangerous one because I think he's more in line with the Justice League cartoon Batman, which everybody feared, including the Justice League. Like
that's the Batman they got
all of their flaws.
plans on everybody in case everybody
yeah. So I think that Lex Luthor is smart enough to know, like, yeah, yo, Batman is the real problem. Like, we need to get rid of this nigga. Because if we don't get rid of him, we can't get rid of nobody else. We done got rid of Superman, and he brought him back from the dead. We gotta get rid of him.
That should be interesting.
Man. Like I said, if they do anything, I hope that's the next movie that they do. They could bring back the gangster Joker. They can do whatever they want to do. If you give me that Batman versus Deathstroke movie, you'll have my love and appreciation forever. The Rock. If you able to pull that off, you could be Black Adam. You'll have my blessing.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Yes. I gotta watch that garbage tomorrow. I gotta see this garbage, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be garbage too.
I gotta see this thing.
It's gonna be garbage. But if out of that garbage we get more Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, I'm for it. Because that was a perfect casting. Yeah, he looked great.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But anything else?
I just wanted to give the greatest basketball player of all time a shout out before we go, because I thought it was the best highlight of his career. And
now I'm interested.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. The GOAT, aka King James.
Oh no,
the greatest basketball player ever.
Oh man, I thought you had something.
See that? Let's watch it.
You can maximize this garbage.
Let's watch it again. From the logo, they call him Logo James.
He tried that. He ain't never been the logo guy.
Look at that. He didn't even get close to the rim. He didn't even get close to the rim.
He doesn't care about this season.
That's
the Lakers need to do something
on the line. That's how off he was. He didn't. Shout outs to the King, man. Logo James.
He don't care about the season, man. The Lakers need to trade him.
Man, look. And if I was the Lakers, I'd trade him to Charlotte. Give him to Jordan. Yeah. let him be around a real GOAT for once. Yeah. But that's it, man. That's all I had. Good talks as always.
Yes, sir. Yeah, for sure.
We already got a stacked lineup next week because we got Bears,
Black Adam.
The Bulls games through this week. We got of course you watch the movie. We're gonna have that. I'm gonna have Gotham Knights. Speaking of quarter hours, I'm gonna have some impressions on that because I'm hopping right on that tonight.
I bought it today. It should be finished downloaded by now. But if it's not, then I'll get my first impressions tomorrow.
Whether that we're gonna have a stacked lineup next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Buckle strap in, as they say.
And until then, y'all stay blessed, man. Thank y'all checking us out, man. Thank y'all for coming over and vibing with us. And until then, we'll see y'all next Sunday.